Welcome to that sci-fi show. My name is Jay. Today's video is part 2. No. Today's video is part 2 in a 2-part series requested by the Norways family that covers alternate universes. Today we talk about Marvel Comics, and last week we covered DC. So let's discuss 10 of my favorite Marvel Comics alternate universes right after the bump. Since Sebastian cracked me over the head with that bass, it's like I want to smell with my eyes. I don't think that's good. I think that's like a stroke or something. Oh, hey guys, I swear that bump gets shorter every time. Let's get to it. Number 10, Marvel Noir, 2009. Film noir has long been an inspiration for comic books and popular fiction, so it was only a matter of time before Marvel jumped on the bandwagon. Marvel Noir, a series of one-shot comics that were published in 2009 and 2010, offered an anthology of stories in which the popular Marvel heroes were reimagined as gritty Depression-era vigilantes. Wolverine becomes a Sam Spade-like private eye. The X-Men are teenage hoodlums out for blood, and the Punisher is, well, he's just the Punisher. While the pulp fiction gloss of Marvel Noir was a fun experiment, it didn't catch on enough to last very long. Number 9, the DC Universe, 1996. Yeah, that DC Universe. Since DC and Marvel have technically done not one, but 2 crossovers, the DC Universe technically counts as an alternate universe. Earth 9602 was created in the 90s as an amalgam universe that made for a really fun self-contained crossover event known as DC vs. Marvel. Unfortunately, that universe was eliminated once heroes the Spectra and the Living Tribunal managed to tear the 2 realities back into their separate halves at the end of that miniseries. However, the 2 companies' lines crossed paths once more after that in JLA Avengers, a 4-issue miniseries starting in 2003 that, to the best of our knowledge, still holds up to Marvel continuity to this day. Number 8, Marvel 2099-1992. Most themed alternate comics universes take you to one of 2 places, the steampunk past or the cyberpunk future. The imprint line, Marvel 2099, released in 1992, gave us the latter, a smoke-filled cyberpunk future where corporations rule the US with privatized police and superheroes forced into hiding. With the superheroes of old worshipped as fables and legends, a new set of genetically and cybernetically enhanced heroes take on their identities to fight against the evil corporations. This universe gave us fun new twists like Miguel O'Hara, the first Latino Spider-Man even before Miles Morales, a cyborg Dr. Doom, and a whole lot more. Number 7, Old Man Logan, 2008. Logan, apart from being an excellent swan song to Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, was also inspired by this deliciously dark comic series by Mark Millar and Stephen McNiven. Wolverine Old Man Logan shows us a world where supervillains have conquered the United States, and an aged, guilt-ridden Wolverine mourns the deaths of the other X-Men whom he killed while they were under mind control. Tasked to deliver a package to the sanctuary city of New Babylon, Old Man Logan must take up arms, or claws, once again to prove his worth. It's got a more downbeat tone than other Marvel comics, but Miller makes great use of Logan. Number 6, Squadron Supreme, 1971. What do you do when you write stories for the Justice League, but you want to work at Marvel Comics? Well, you just make an alternate universe full of knockoffs. Instead of Superman, you've got Hyperion. Instead of Batman, Nighthawk. Instead of Wonder Woman, Power Princess, and so on and so forth. While other members not cribbed from DC superheroes were added later, the Squadron Supreme, in both its major incarnations, acted as a stand-in for or a parody of the Justice League. There have been a few times where the Squadron Supreme found themselves in the main universe of Earth 616, but they mostly kept to their own dimension. Number 5. Marvel Zombies 2005. Not all of these high-concept Marvel universes are hits, but they do get brownie points for latching on to current trends. One such example is Marvel Zombies, a 5-issue limited series written by who else but Robert Kirkman of Walking Dead fame. Here, all of our favorite superheroes are infected with a zombie virus, and soon enough, the world is full of flesh-eating do-gooders, including Zombie Iron Man, Zombie Hulk, and Zombie Wolverine, craving the brains of Earth's residents, and on top of that, the zombie heroes must contend with Galactus, who chooses that moment to invade Earth. While the infection spread to a few sequels, this corner of the Marvel Universe is best left forgotten. I mean, where do you really go from there? Number 4. Age of Apocalypse 1995. Alternate universes based on time travel shenanigans are nothing new for Marvel, to which Age of Apocalypse can attest. The storyline from 1995 and 96, penned by several big-name comics writers including Warren Ellis and Mark Waid, followed the superhero Legion as he traveled back in time to try to assassinate Magneto and stop his war against humanity, only to accidentally shoot Professor X. This event creates an entirely new timeline where Earth is ruled by the supervillain Apocalypse, leading to a last-ditch effort by Earth's remaining heroes to take back the planet. Number 3. Marvel 1602 from 2003. Neil Gaiman's stellar 2003 miniseries Marvel 1602 transplants the mutants and superheroes of Marvel lore to the 17th century, the time of the Enlightenment era, the plays of William Shakespeare, and the stigma of religious dogma. Here, Nick Fury runs England's spy network, Doctor Strange performs astrology for Queen Elizabeth, and Magneto is the Grand Inquisitor leading a crusade against mutants, now called witch breeds for the Catholic Church. Meanwhile, witch breeds are protected and given sanctuary by Magneto's old friend, Carlos Xavier. A beautiful melding of stunning artwork and European history, Marvel 1602 is one of the most successful attempts to use Marvel superheroes in a dramatic new way. Number 2. Days of Future Past 1981. The X-Men film series isn't shy about cribbing from popular comic book storylines for its films between Logan and Days of Future Past, and we can't blame them as they tend to turn in some of the best films in the series, and nerds expect them to stick to the source material when they can, although what works on the page doesn't always work on the stage, as they say. But I digress. In this 1981 miniseries, Chris Claremont, John Byrne, and Terry Austin presented a dystopian future where the iconic purple robots, the Sentinels, have conquered the Earth and most of the X-Men are dead. Left with little choice, Kitty Pryde must travel back in time to the year 1980 to change history, leading to one of the most well-regarded storylines in Marvel history. And that leads us to number 1, the Ultimate Universe from 2000. Did you doubt it for a second? While all of these one-offs and what-ifs are good fun, we can't help but give the number 1 spot to Marvel's most comprehensive attempt to reboot their comics line, Ultimate Marvel, starting in 2000. Marvel reinvented its own universe for the modern age, introducing now popular staples like alternate Spider-Man Miles Morales and the Samuel L. Jackson version of Nick Fury we all know and love. While Marvel's Secret Wars storyline ended the Ultimate Universe for good, some elements carried over to the main universe, Earth 616. Here's hoping that we get to see more of them in the future, even carrying over to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So that's it for today. I'd like to thank Clint Worthington and welcome him to the fancy team, something I hope that I will never ever call it again. He wrote the vast majority of this script, and going forward, he'll be a huge help in pushing this channel to at least 3 videos a week and maybe beyond. Last time I asked you guys to share this video on Twitter, and I mistakenly said that my Twitter handle was @JParks when it's actually @ParksJ. J-A-Y. Now, I checked, and all of you fancy nerds used the correct handle, opting to actually look up the information for yourself, so I am super proud of every one of you. To choose a winner, I used random.org, a site that uses atmospheric noise to generate truly random numbers. First, I ordered the Twitter accounts randomly, then I generated a random number and counted down the list, and the winner was @DrunkComicsFans. In order to make up for my previous mistake, even though I don't think it did any harm, we're gonna do it again. So share this video on Twitter and tag me @ParksJ, ParksJay. I'll announce the winner in our next video, and please keep in mind, last time the odds were just 1 in 6. This isn't like other very large channels. You have a real chance at winning here. A random winner will be selected in the same manner and announced next time when we talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy. And @DrunkComicsFans, you can't win twice in a row, but let me make that up to you by linking your podcast right here. Until next time, guys, I am Jay Parks.